What's up, my beautiful people? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. I'm almost at 4,000 subscribers, so please help me get across the finish line. Also, if you could just take a quick 2 seconds right now, hit that like button. It's gonna help get this out to more people. I am not a financial advisor. At the end of the day, you gotta do what's best for you. You gotta do your own research. And you know, we say the do your own research thing. What do we really mean by that? So like, what research? You got analysts that do research. You got business people that invest tons of money into companies that just absolutely bomb. What, you think you're gonna like read a white paper and be able to like really know if it's gonna make it or it's not gonna make it? I mean, yeah. You got to be sold on the project and the idea, right? You got to look into it that way. You want to know who the developer is. I mean, there's some basics that I'm not talking about here. Like, yes, you need to know. When I say you need to do your own research, I mean research and find out how much money you're willing to lose, how much money you feel comfortable potentially losing. So real quick, this is Bitcoin. And, you know, I know we're getting kind of just fed up with being in this long drawn out bear market. I mean, we've been in this thing for well over a year because it really started back here. You know, we've just been dealing with this long descend. You know, have you ever looked at this on a log chart? Every chart that you have, you want to come down below here, you can hit this. And let me just get it so you can see it. Hang on, let me move myself. So this is Bitcoin. Looks a little bit different on here, doesn't it? But I mean, if you just look at this thing and based on where we currently are at, it just seems pretty obvious that we're gonna, I mean, at least to me, that, you know, we're gonna, you know, eventually get up like this. I mean, that is basically what it has done. Or I guess it's been more like that. There we go. One of these two. Hey, it looks like a peanut. But you guys all know where I stand. I still think it goes one notch lower, and we have a capitulation at like 9,000, something like that. I wasn't in crypto during these bear markets. Like I'm sure many of you, you know, I got in when all the hype was happening. Okay, I had written Bitcoin off when I first heard about it, and then I think it was like around here I started my journey down the rabbit hole. But from what I have heard, every time Bitcoin was in a bear market, people were saying it's over, it's done with. I mean, the amount of people that have like family members and friends like, hey, Luke, how's that Bitcoin? Hey, Luke, how's that crypto thing going for you? I'm just tired of it. My personal opinion, and I know I've shared this a lot, is that Bitcoin is not crypto. It's two different things. Bitcoin is its own asset class. And the more I've studied it, the more I do see it as like the perfect money, the easiest transferable asset known to mankind, women too. So I'm always going to be a big advocate of buying Bitcoin. I'll even show you, I'll leave a link to the one place that I buy Bitcoin is Swan. And they're strictly an exchange that only buys and sells Bitcoin. That is it. It's run by a bunch of Bitcoin maxis that are, you know, all over Kitco News and tons of YouTube content that maybe I'll introduce, but they're just like die-hard Bitcoin. They called for the FTX collapse like months before it happened. They were all over Twitter. Like, anyway, I'm not quite like maxi like them, but that's where I feel safe buying Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Like, some of these exchanges, you know, I used to leave an affiliate link. I'm not doing that anymore. The one I left was crypto.com, and who knows what's going to happen. But this exchange, I absolutely will leave. I absolutely do want you to use mine over anyone else's. You know, it's so funny, you know, so many YouTubers like, you know, say like, yeah, I'm going to leave a link down below, but you know, I don't really care if you use it. Like, well, then why are you leaving it down below? Tell you what, if you don't care, use mine. If you're a YouTuber watching this and you don't care, take a look at my description and copy all of my links and just put them on yours. Definitely trying to monetize this channel. Who wouldn't? But again, I only do it with stuff that I feel good about. This does relate to Animal Farm and Drip. Again, both are surviving this brutal bear winter. And when we do come out of it and we start moving to the upside and the hype starts coming back, I mean, I think the bottom could be in this year. That's what I think. The bottom will be in this year, and At least that's what I hope. I'm DCA, I'm dollar cost averaging every day. But when this happens, drip will come back. We look at drip, this chart of drip, it actually looks, if this was a regular like stock, like I would absolutely buy this. This is a fantastic looking setup. Let me show you guys something. Those of you that have ever heard of Fibonacci retracement, it's not that complicated. Let me just kind of basically on a pattern like this, you would want to go from swing low to swing high. All right, so you start here, bring that right to the top. If it has long wicks, you can use the wicks. Just make sure that's fine. Just make sure you're doing it down below too. But you don't have to do the wicks. You can just do the body if you want. So actually, there's some things in here I don't want to see because it's dumb. Take rid of that and get rid of that. You don't need that. Just to give a little separation. So basically, Fibonacci retracements, they're everywhere in life. I'm not going to go into a whole thing on that. I think I have gone over this with you guys before, so I apologize if I have, but basically what you're looking for every time there's a massive move in price action, whether it's to the upside or the downside, it is going to retrace. Like, it doesn't just go like this forever, obviously, it's going to retrace. And using Fibonacci, you can pretty accurately see the areas where it could potentially retrace to and then bounce off of and start heading back up, okay? And so this area here is called the golden pocket. When prices come down like this and they enter into this, and it looks like, sometimes they'll take a while to be in here. A lot of times they'll go down to this. Usually I like to see it go down to here, like close to the 618. One way or another, they're retracing 50%. We may have a little bit more of a move down to here. Do one of these jobbies. Here. And then to the moon. Guys, I have no idea. I'm using Fibonacci on a DeFi protocol that pays people 1% a day. It doesn't necessarily completely hold up. Okay, but that would be the thing, to have it come down, maybe even touch this area here. What is that, 46 cents? And then have a reversal up. If we were following, kind of basic technical analysis, that's what it would do. If we take a look at the stock market, this is the S&P 500. And why am I talking about this? Well, for the last several years, the crypto market and the regular stock market have been correlated. That has started to shift. But I still think it's important to just know what's going on in the market, know what's going on in the economy, because when the market tanks, we get into this environment, people are more likely to hold on to cash than they are to make investments. But keeping it in terms of with drip, when the economy is going good and people are making money, they're more likely to spend it. All right, it becomes a risk-off environment, right? You take the risk off and you just go all in. All right, we got the animal farm. I've been thinking about buying more dogs because I'm looking at this. I really like getting this dogs and B&B. All right, you pocket the B&B. And then you invest the dogs back into this. Like, why didn't I look at that more? I was so quick to go linear. I mean, it can be the same. I mean, because linear, you get B&B. I'm thinking about putting more in, and boy, what a price to get in on. And remember, folks, prices do not matter in terms of what your return will be, okay? It's not the price of a pig. It's how many of them do you have? If you don't understand what I mean, leave a comment down below, ask, because I'm happy to go over that more for you. But I think a lot of you guys already know that, because I certainly talked about it a lot in the videos I was making over the summer. So at any rate, curious to know what you guys think of the economy, Bitcoin, the crypto markets, Animal Farm, drip. What do you think? Leave it down below. Are you still bullish? Are you starting to get really frustrated, which is totally fine, because it's taken a while for a lot of these things to come out in terms of in Drip Network. Tell me, are you making any moves to hedge, whether it's in crypto or in the stock market, to hedge a potential recession and higher inflation? As always, appreciate y'all, and I will catch you guys on the next one.